Hello everyone, this is Bob Keen with a short video introducing our next feature in ActiveMember360. This time we're going to be integrating with Contact Form 7, which is a WordPress plugin, a very popular WordPress plugin with well over a million installs across the globe. It's been around forever, it's very stable, and as I said, used by a lot of people. It gives you a lot of features besides form submission. It also you can also integrate a captcha uh, validation as well as Akismet filtering if you're using that on your website. I'll take you now to Active Member. This is where we start, and as you'll see here, we have Contact Form 7 installed and it's active. And when I look at a contact form that we've created with it, we see the regular layout for contact form 7. So in order to activate the active member integration with contact form 7, we would have to go to extensions, and within the extensions options panel, we would go to contact form 7 here in the tab and turn the extension on. And the reason we do that is we don't want to assume that you want to use integration. You may have reasons for not doing so. So you can activate it and use only what you need. So we'll save those changes after activating it. And if we now go back to contact form 7 and edit an existing form, we'll see that a few things have changed. For one, we now have an Active Member 360 tab, and there you have a number of options that you can select. Even though you've activated the ActiveMember 360 extension for Contact Form 7, you may or may not want to integrate a specific form, and you have the option of turning integration off for a given form. So you turn it off, not active. You turn it back on, your settings are still there. Another option that you have where we override Contact Form 7, and to this I have to say that Contact Form 7 is originally designed as a form generator to be used as an autoresponder. Someone fills out a form, they get an email. Next form, next email. Whereas we're saying this is too good of a thing, we'll let you use it without sending an email. And so if you would rather send your email through your ActiveCampaign automations and so forth, you would want to have this option, do not send an email, checked. Another thing that you can do, and all this is based on things that happen when a form is successfully submitted. Uh, log form submission. This by checking this box on or off, you will be telling the ActiveMember 360 contact form 7 extension or integration that when a form is successfully submitted, you want to log that as an event in your ActiveCampaign system or application. Uh, Doing so lets you trigger automations based on the form submission. So you could use uh, this method to trigger certain events in ActiveCampaign. In addition to that, this is a feature that Contact Form 7 doesn't have, and so we provide you with the ability to redirect to a page when a form has been completed successfully. So you get a pull down and you can pick a page. Also, when a form has been successfully submitted, which means essentially it has passed through all the validation, correct date format, email, required field, and so forth. When a form is submitted successfully, you can choose to have tags assigned or removed, or you can have a contact assigned to an automation or removed from an automation in which he or he may be, as well as subscribe or unsubscribe that person from a list or lists. Tags are picked through our little pillbox here, and the same is true for automations and lists. The next item that we do within the context of integrations with ActiveCampaign is what you see here. Basically, all those tabs apply to regular WordPress form fields, and our ActiveMember360 integration provides you with an additional tab, and this tab essentially lets you select from a list of fields currently in your ActiveCampaign application. So if you want to, we'll select date, for example, and we would have to tell uh, ActiveMember360 that this particular field, which we happen to have named date just for testing so we can keep track of what we're doing, but it could be called anything. You would say, I want to use this field in ActiveCampaign, and I want this to be a date field. When you do that, for example, then you get a date picker. So you could say the user has to submit a date between the 1st and the 30th of November, and this will be checked as part of the form submission validation. You can also make that a required field. If your theme doesn't provide all the CSS that you want, you can um, assign um, CSS IDs and classes to sort of empower your form to look a little bit more the way you want it. Basically, you've selected then from one of many ActiveCampaign fields. We pull that in for you, and once you've set your values, your settings here, you just click Insert Tag, and it automatically gets inserted into your form. Obviously, this form looks very bare, but you can enter any kind of CSS. So you can use some kind of form generator for the visuals and just copy and paste all that HTML in here, and then insert your tags in the proper places, and the rest will be done for you. So essentially, it's a very simple integration. You decide what you want to happen when this form is submitted. You also pick what fields you want added to your form through this tab. You tell us more or less what kind of validation you want to take place. There, we support drop-down fields. We support, or some call them selects, radio buttons, checkboxes, text area, date, two types of numbers. There's a slider or a spin box, phone numbers, URLs, emails, and text. And that's basically it. It's quick and dirty. It can help. It can help you create WordPress forms that will pretty much behave uh, as if they had been created in ActiveCampaign. And I understand that's a little bit of hyperbole. It's a bit of an exaggeration. ActiveCampaign has some features that are probably better, but then again, in ActiveCampaign, there's a few things that you can't do at this level. So for those of you who are using Contact Form 7, um, this is going to be our latest or newest integration. We'll release that in a few days, and we're still doing testing and minor adjustments. If you have any ideas or suggestions as to features that we may want to or should add to this particular integration, please let us know and we'll look at them. Thank you very much.